it was more of a public relationship, so I understand that you guys want to know what happened. So one of these days I'll be super detailed for you guys, but as of right now, we good on that. Like we moving on, we healthy, we doing great, we've healed, we're good, right? We're good. But I know I will share because I know you guys want to know what happened, and it's gonna help other people. I just don't want to come off as that crazy ex. Oh, like you won't stop talking about me. I really don't want to be that guy. Cristina, ¿cómo estás? Just wondering if you did a podcast about her. I did talk about it on a few. I'll see if I can share it again because I know a lot of people were asking me for that. So nah, for sure. Well, thank you. I appreciate you though thank you for asking though. All right, so we're gonna get into the questions, and just an FYI, whenever I start doing these questions, I really don't pay attention to the comments. So just because I don't want to lose my train of thought, it's not that I'm ignoring you. And sometimes I forget the question when I lose my train of thought if I'm trying to pay attention to the comments. So it's not that I'm trying to ignore you, is that I'm just trying to stay focused, trying to stay locked in and answering these questions. So don't feel like I'm trying to ignore you or I'm trying to miss your guys' comments, okay? Can't mess with the flow. You like my little coasters, by the way? This one's a little, well, I just had this on here, but got my little drink. Hopefully you guys got something to drink. All right, we're gonna start answering these questions. Also, FYI, I know someone was asking just a second ago, where do we ask questions? So once a month, I put it on my IG where you guys can ask questions, and we do these lives. You guys ask a lot of questions, so that's why I only put that thing up once a month. But we'll answer them until like as many lives as we need to. But the next one is gonna be for June. So if you haven't followed me on IG, definitely go follow me. Hello, listening from California. What's up, Laura? ¿Cómo estás? You're so fine. Gracias forever, me. I appreciate you, girl. I got a question. Will you marry me? Where's the ring, girl? I got to see the size of the... No, I'm just joking. Savannah, you here, babe? All right, hold on. Let's get into this. First question that we got. So this past weekend, I went out for drinks with one guy. One thing led to another. And in the middle of the deed, he grabbed me to go down on him, but I asked him to do it again. He said no. He grabbed me again to go down on him again. So I walked off, got dressed, and left. And was I too dramatic? Should I have stayed? No, because some people will only get what they want. Does that make sense? Like they're only there to get theirs real quick, and then all of a sudden they dip out, right? And clearly it shows that he wasn't going to do that. For you. And that's a little, I get it, be a little aggressive when you're hooking up with somebody, but if he keeps trying to force you to do it and then he did it again and he didn't want to do it for you, clearly he was just there to get his and then dip out. He didn't even want to bother to go down on you. Like it sounds like that's not something that he enjoys. You need to find yourself somebody. If you want to experiment with somebody who loves it, hi, how are you? Gilbert, Arizona. I got you. Because I love it. I love taking my time down there. I like tasting, I like to go swimming in it. Okay. So it just kind of sounds like he just wanted to get his real quick and then just dip out. So next question. I met up with a guy and we were about to finally have S. He went soft. I didn't really talk the rest of the night, so I left. I didn't know what to say. Did I do something wrong? Could I have said something instead of leaving? If you just met up with this dude, here's the thing. If you just met up with him, he was probably just a little embarrassed about it because it's probably not the first time it's happened, to be 100% honest. It's probably happened several times. And he just didn't know if you were going to stick around, if you were going to leave. He was probably a little ashamed about it, embarrassed. But what he should be embarrassed about is that he hasn't gone to go get checked. Because I'm pretty sure it's happened multiple times, right? And no, quit blaming you. It wasn't you. It's all about him. Because unless something really happened, unless something's going on through his head, for the most part, guys get pretty hard down there. And so if it just goes soft, it just means that he's having some maybe hormone issues, maybe depending on the medication he's taking. So again, don't be blaming yourself if they go limpy on themselves. It's because they probably done it with other people and they just didn't know what to say, what to do. And if it was just the first time meeting up with this dude, cut your losses. Like, how many times are you gonna want to hook up with this dude that just keeps going limpy on you? You know what I mean? Like, you found out that happens and you're like, you know what? I'm good. This was fun. Get your little guy checked out, and then maybe in the future. So now, cut your losses. Especially if it's early on, just cut your losses. Move on. He needs to get his shit fixed. All right, next question. Hola, papi. I'm 35, just got off of a 10-year relationship, literally in my era. Being safe, of course, but I feel like a dude, but being straightforward of what I don't want and sharing all my dirty kinks and setting boundaries because there are some toxicos out here. Hey, girl, do your thing. You were in a 10-year relationship and you got out and you're having fun. There is nothing wrong with having fun. Okay, you do your thing, girl. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. And of course, I'm glad you have your boundaries and your whatever you need with these guys, because some guys be wild out here. They be like extremely toxicos. Girls be toxicas too. Let's be honest. But if you're in that phase where you just want to go and have fun and be safe about it, do your thing, girl. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I think everybody needs to experience being single for a little while. Like, 10-year relationship, you're finally out. Let's go have some fun. If you want to have some more fun, Gilbert, Arizona. No, just joking. Get this man on TV show. Hey, anonymous guest. What's up, Hondo? How are you, bro? Thank you for joining the live. But yeah, we definitely need a TV show. Hi from my vacation in Mazatlan, Mexico. What's up, Boricua Mami? How are you? So, all right, let's get into the next question. I'm a little too young, probably for you, but I totally let you rail the F out of me while you choke me and spank me. First of all, for science purposes, I just need to know. That way I can put my thesis together, a hypothesis, all this stuff. How old? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, and that's the thing about me is I prefer somebody who is a little bit older, just because they've experienced a little bit more life, right? And so younger girls, even though they may be fun, I just feel like they're a little too immature for me. But everybody is different. But like I said, I've always enjoyed a girl who's a little bit older. Just because if you're in your 20s, go have fun. You're still learning. You're still figuring yourself out in your 20s. Do I want to figure you out during your 20s? No. I need you to come already figured somewhat the fuck out, right? I'm not over here trying to help you figure out you, if that makes sense. So that's why I prefer somebody who is a little bit older. Okay, a little bit older. I'm 36 years old. So, and I don't mean older than me. I mean they gotta be at least over 30. To be 100% honest. I'm not saying they're all mature over 30. I'm just saying the likeliness is a lot higher compared to under 30. Because I remember how I was in my 20s. So that's why I always say, think about how you were, the people around you. How were you in your 20s? I was, for majority of my 20s, I was in a serious relationship. But then after that, I was in let me do my thing phase, right? I wasn't looking to be serious with anybody. I was still figuring myself out. And that's what your 20s should be. And that's why I said, do I want to help you figure out who you are in your 20s? Nah. Should you figure out yourself? Absolutely. Absolutely. Ain't gonna be with me though. All right, next question. How long should it take you for a guy to make you their girlfriend? So, there's no right amount of time, if that makes sense. But if you're dating somebody over a year, that's a problem, okay? And you're not serious with them, you're probably going to be stuck in a situationship, a placeholder type of situation, because over a year, they should already know. within a few months, they should even know if they want to be super serious with you. But you have to kind of push that on the guy. Like, hey, are you looking for something serious, or what are your intentions? You know, X, Y, and Z. Because there's no right amount of time. If you feel like you should date somebody like 2-3 months in, then go for it. I always say wait a little bit longer. That way you can get past the puppy love phase, the honeymoon phase, and like once you get past that, are they still the same towards you? Because in the beginning, when you first meet somebody, of course everyone's in that phase. We're just like, hey, like like I'm trying to be like the lust is at all time high, if that makes sense. So definitely take it slow. There's no right amount of time. I always say like 6 to 7 months, but like again, 6 months to a year, because you got to see if they change. Are they different after that? Okay, but should you date somebody like a month in, 2 months in? To me, I feel like that's a little fast. But again, to each their own. Okay. All right, next question. My man went to the strip club and didn't tell me. Wasn't upset that he went. Was upset he didn't let me know, because he got upset with me because I got upset with him. How do you get over the betrayal of what he did? I mean, if he would have just been honest, I'm sure you would have been not as much as upset, if that makes sense. But I would want to be with somebody. Okay, for one, like, disclaimer, I don't like to go to strip clubs, just FYI. But if I did, and you wanted to go with your boys, I think it goes a long way telling your partner, hey, I'm trying to go with them. Is it cool? I'm sure that's a better conversation than just going, because then you're like, oh, well, at least he told me he's not going there for bad intentions. He's just going to hang out with his friends, look at some naked girls. Obviously, he's not going to hook up with none of these because they're not there to hook up with him. So, but also, like, it just depends, because it all depends on your guys' like relationship dynamic. If I'm dating a girl and she wants to go to like the Chippendale thing, cool, because guess what, you coming home to me after, like, cool, go have fun, whatever, it doesn't bother me, like, because I know what I bring to the table. If you want to like go and think that this dude is gonna wife you up or something like that, then shit, go for it, right? And I would want her to feel the same way if I wanted to go to the strip club. But that's the thing, like I told you guys, I don't like to go to the strip club, because I've said this before. I've gone to the strip club twice. The first time because I was like, hey, let's go to the strip club, right? And so I went with some friends, realized how dumb it was. And then the second time I went just because it was a buddy's birthday and he wanted to go. I didn't throw any money that time, because I would rather invest money into a girl that you're probably more likely to hook up with than this girl who's definitely not going to hook up with you. She's going to make you feel like you have a chance. But in all reality, you don't have a chance with her. She's not trying to leave with you. And you're just, I mean, if you want to go support, then go for it. Am I going to do it? No. But back to the question, should you be honest? Absolutely. Be honest, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. I would rather be upfront than get caught in a lie, because getting caught in a lie is a lot worse, to be honest. So I enjoy going with, oh yeah, and there's people who like going with their man. And there's, I've seen couples go to the strip club together. Who knows? What if you would have been like, yo, can I come with you? But also, like, he might have been wanting to go by himself because he had bad intentions. Again, I'm not saying he did, but that could be a possibility. All right, next question. Can guys get tired, give up on trying to make their girlfriend, who has never come? I have never came, and in the beginning of our relationship, it was like a mission to get me there. But now it's like nothing. All he cares for his own finish and leaves me all hot. Some no round two going down, no finger. Well, girl, if you need somebody to complete the mission, I got you. What's up? Send the location. But this is why communication is so huge in the beginning, because if the more you let them get away with, the more they're gonna do. You know, if like say one, hey, he didn't complete the mission, also coach him, because what if he doesn't know? What if he's just doing whatever, just freaking raw dogging it down there, you know, and like not even having a game plan. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, finding out what you like. Because if he found out what you liked, what you enjoyed, what turned you on the most, I'm pretty sure he could get you there very fast. But since he hasn't learned you, he struggles to get you there. And now he's to the point where he's just like, I really don't care. I get mine. Go do your thing. And that's not how it should be. It should be like, hey, can you do more of this? Or maybe I love it when you do this. He should learn to get to know you, and don't let him get comfortable. In the beginning, it was a mission for him. You should have made it continue to be a mission. Oh, he like you didn't get there, be like, nah, come back here, buddy. Big mama ain't done. And that's why I always say include toys too, like, because maybe that will help too. If you want to go to naughtyscience.com, definitely go. There's toys there. You know, we got some stuff there. And I've been posting reviews on the Instagram subscription thing. So if you haven't signed up, you could definitely go sign up there. But don't be afraid to include other stuff. And you should definitely like have that conversation. Like as soon as they start slacking, being intimate, that's when you need to bring it up. Don't wait until like they've been sucking for like 4 years, you know? So should I be concerned if he doesn't finish half the time? Yeah, like sometimes that is due to drugs, medication, or he's just not stimulated because he's been watching these online videos a little too much. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, so that should also be concerning, because why wouldn't he want to finish? I want to finish. Why wouldn't I? So, hey Scarx, hope you're doing well, Jerry. What's up, Jerry? How are you? Haven't talked to you in a hot minute. I'm gonna go back to Idaho in a few weeks. Next question. I hooked up with a guy twice, and he told me he used to hook up with his neighbor that was a guy, and now asked me to do butt stuff, and but I'm totally turned off. What? I hooked up with a guy twice, and he told me he used to hook up with his neighbor that was a guy, and now he asked me to do it. Girl, the first thing you should do is go get yourself tested, girl. You know, like this dude just raw dogging it with his neighbor, and then hooking up with you. Like that's just, I don't know. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. Like if he wants to be gay, then cool, be gay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, but if he like, I don't know, that would be kind of weird to me, to be honest. What is you doing? You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what is you doing? Like, why not just be with the guy? Or maybe he's bi. Again, maybe he's bi. I'm not trying to judge him or anything like that. So, but if you found that out, like he was just with his neighbor, just to be safe on your end, get yourself checked out, right? Or even before hooking up with him, make sure he gets checked out. Just because I would feel, I mean, I don't think I would ever be in that position, nor would I want to be in that position. Hey, gracias for the gift, girl. I see you, girl. Your feed keeps going in and out of focus. It's probably because this thing is probably in the way. It was because I'm using my camera over here. So hopefully it stops doing it. Or I might need to brighten it up a little bit. If you said it's complicated when you asked about a girl, what do you mean by that? You're with her, but still looking? If you said it's complicated when asked about a girl, what do you mean by that? You're with her, but still look. Oh, no, it's because he doesn't. He's probably still with her, to be honest. Because, like, if you bring up a girl and you're like, oh, it's complicated because they're probably still working it out. Or he's still trying to get with her, but he probably fucked up, you know, and he's trying to win her back. So it's complicated, right? So it could be that. If a girl were to tell me, I'd be like, yo, who was that dude? And if she told me, hey, it's complicated, I'd be like, well, go complicate yourself with that dude. I'm out. You know, because I'm not gonna deal with that shit. Like, hell no. Like, if he wants to play games like that, bye. All right, next question. I hooked up with I already read this one. Keep me anonymous. So I've been seeing this guy for 6 months. He's a nice guy. We just started to get intimate, and his D will go go to sleep. That's the first time I heard that. Go to sleep. Sorry, it's usually goes limp. He went to sleep. He went night night. We'll go to sleep while we're doing it. Can it be that this is not me? It's not you, girl. That's the first time I heard. Sorry, I started crying a little bit. That's the first time I heard that the D went to sleep. He was tired. Like, he had a long day. It was a long shift at work, so he decided to go to bed. Like, oh, stop. Don't worry about it. So that is what we call ED, girl. So it's definitely not you. Like, if it went to sleep, it's because he's having probably hormonal issues, on some sort of drugs or something like that. Maybe his D took some melatonin. I don't know. Went to sleep. But that's a him problem. And it sucks because guys don't end up getting themselves checked out. And it makes girls think that it's their fault. Makes them, self-conscious, insecure about themselves. Trust me, it's not you guys. It's him. He's the one that has the D that goes to sleep, not you. Because trust me, if everything was working great, it would be like wide awake if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So he needs to get checked out. And if he's not wanting to go get checked out, get him his D awake a lot more often, move on. Cut your losses and move on. Because I can see why that would make you feel insecure about yourself. Is like you're ready to go, and all of a sudden he's just like, I can't. Right? It's not going. It's not doing anything. Nothing is happening here. So it's just getting like their shit checked, right? So, Edgar, you're looking extra hot tonight. Hey, gracias, Ohana. How are you? Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the comments that much. Okay, trying to stay locked in right here. Trying to stay locked in. You can be sucking on it forever while it's still sleeping. I've never heard that. That's so funny. It's like, I'm going to start using that. The D went to sleep. Yeah, he was up. But all of a sudden, he just knocked the fuck out. He put in a double shift. That's why. He put in a double shift and went to bed early. Sorry. All right, let's get into the next question. When I'm giving him, I love to look up and give the eye contact the whole time. Looking at him and talking dirty is such a turn on. Now, girl, look at me. Okay, when you doing it, girl, look at me. Tell me. Oh, that's why, like I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a very visual person, and a lot of guys are visual people too. So I like to see it. Like, I like to see what you're doing, telling me like how great it tastes, and like I don't want to like throwing your body fluids on it, if that makes sense. Because I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with freaking what I say, because I'm not trying to get suspended off lives. But yeah, absolutely. Like, I love that. Continue to do that. Ladies, if you don't do that to your man, definitely do it. And if it's not that big for him, pretend gag, okay? Just, it'll make him feel better. I'm just saying, like, it might, I don't know. It'd be like, oh yeah, that's right, gag on that thing. And then, because he's like, oh yeah, it's definitely that big. When you're like, it's not that big, but I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for you. So definitely, very visual. Have a light on, and I'm gonna try tonight. We'll say, "Les, girl, what's up?" Licking it like an ice cream cone. Absolutely. Have your way with it. Have your way with it. The sloppier, the better. I always say, the sloppier, the better. Okay. All right. Next question. I want to lick you up and down, and you know who this is because you always skip my question. Why is my who is this? How am I supposed to know? Like, if you would see the amount of questions that I get, I'm supposed to be like, oh, I know who that is right there. Yeah. But I don't know who it is. Sorry. Next question. I was with a man who took hours with me because we were making love. Why is it hard to believe? Do people not think of making love anymore? Is it just S? Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. It does not take just because you take 2 hours to make love does not mean my 30 minutes is any different. Right? Some people just, if you want to go 2 hours, then cool, go 2 hours. Ain't nobody like, do your thing, girl. If you guys have the time to go 2 hours, go for it. Kill it. Destroy it. Take your 2 hours. Am I going to be there for 2 hours? Hell no. Let's do like a 20, 30 minute. I just saw this clip from La Platica, they had this sex expert on there, and she said the average is 3 minutes to 12 minutes. Okay. So you can take those 2 hours and keep them. But like I'm saying, I would rather take about like 20, 30 minutes. Like that's a lot more convenient for me, but 2 hours, like what that's a long time. That is a long time to be intimate. Like if that's what you guys like, perfect, cool. Don't take what I say and be like, oh, he's judging. No, do it. Hey, thank you for the gift, Rocio. I see you, girl. But like I said, I'm anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes, and if multiple rounds, yes, please. And especially make that time right there intense. Okay. I just, if you guys follow the subscription thing, I talk about an experience that just happened on there. And that was it was probably like 25 minutes. Okay. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely go check it out. The IG subscription tab. It's in the bio. You'll see it. But 2 hours, good for you. Good for you. Am I going to do it? Nah. Next question. I want to do you so bad. I want to sit on your face and have you eat me until there is nothing. Girl, you know what I want you to do? I need to suffocate, okay? Like if I don't feel like I'm about to pass out because I can't breathe, because you're sitting on this face, this beard, moisturizing it, giving me some great protein, I don't want it, okay? I need to feel like I'm being suffocated over here, okay? So if you're not with that, I ain't with it either. And if you've never sat on your man's face, go sit on his face and you'll see how much he likes it. I remember I would always talk about it before in the past until I had somebody do it. And I was just like, what the fuck is it? What was going on here? And she just got on my face and I was like, yes, this is how I go. I'll be fine if this is how I go. I'm okay with this. I see the light. So yes, definitely love that. Yes, please. I'll take 2 of those. Next question. Masturbate, is that normal? Relaxing? Calm D owns anxiety? I mean, it just depends. If you're, because I remember watching this one documentary and this guy was literally like using good old Manuela, so many times a day that he actually felt ashamed every time. He was just like addicted to online videos. So he kept trying to rub them out. Right. And so sometimes it is good to a little bit stress reliever, like pent up anxiety or something like that. Rub one out. Cool. Maybe you haven't gotten any for a while. Cool. Do it. But if you're like 4 or 5 times in a day, you might got a problem. Okay. And if you're doing it every day, yeah, I think you got a problem. It's a little bit more than just like for anxiety, so I would just say that, yeah, and like especially if you haven't gotten any in a while, some people go through dry spells. It's happened to your boy. And then guess what do? Old Manuela, hey, let's go. And then we're good afterwards. You're just, you know what, I really didn't need to do that, but I'm glad I did it. So and then sometimes it does help, like, have you ever, I'm sure you ladies have done it too, when you're like thinking of this guy, right? And you're just like, and then you end up, going all down on your, using your hand, using a pillow, I don't know. And then afterwards, you're just like, you know what? I really don't need to go and get his D. I'm good. It's over. Some guys feel the same way. Like once they rub one out to a girl, they're just like, nah, I really don't need, like, it's like, not really into her like that. I don't know why. So, Are you a right hand? Oh, right hand girl. But if I feel like to switch it up a little bit, like a stranger is doing it for me, like a girl, use the left hand. Because it's not normal. Or what was the other one that I saw? What do they call it? I forgot what they called it. But I guess what they do is that he sits on his hand until it goes numb, when you get that feeling, and then you use your hand like that. And I forgot what they called it, or you could do that, okay? That way you can get like a whole different sensation. All right, next question. Hey, I see you over on TikTok. Thank you guys for all the gifts. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys. On these lives, I must say, you make my pussy tang, girl. Don't be acting like you ain't, like, if you touching yourself while you're watching these lives, go on with your bad self, girl. Go on with your bad self. Nothing wrong with that. There was that one, somebody sent one of those anonymous things a while back. She said her kink was that she liked to listen to my podcast while she was getting her guts rearranged. So, hey, whatever floats your boat. If you want me to say, like, I'm going to sign up for something, like, if you need me to say your name, moan your name, I got you, girl. Whatever helps. I'm here to help for these experiments. I'm here for the cause. I'm here to get you off with your man. If your man is not getting it done and you need my help, I got you, girl. All right, next question. Would you date a dedicated gym girl, and is there too much when it comes to the look of girls in the gym? Too lean or shredded, too muscular? At what point is it turn off? If you're fucking me up, if you pick me up and you throw me across the room, you might be a little too big for me, okay? But no, I've dated girls who were into the gym. Have I ever dated a girl who was super buff in the gym? No, because so typically when people date girls, like, they're usually dating other gym people, if that makes sense. Because why? They're spending so much time in the gym, so naturally they become attracted to those people in the gym. So they start dating each other, right? I'm not spending as much time in the gym as them, so obviously, like, it's a little harder to date a girl that's like super buff, right? So I would figure that's why, but there hasn't been a girl where I was like, damn, she too buff for me, or damn, she too big for me. Like, if I find a girl attractive, I'm gonna approach them. That's it. BBL or gym girls, ones that look natural, and if that's BBL or gym, it doesn't matter. Because let's be honest, there's some girls who have BBLs that shit don't look natural at all. If the thighs don't match the booty, I don't want it. That's just me. It just looks funky. I know she had it switched up a little bit now. What's her name? Kim Kardashian. Y'all know that booty was not matching those legs at all. At all. Neither was Nicki's. Okay, that shit was not hot to me. Like, maybe some other guys loved it, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what their cup of tea, then cool. Is it my cup of tea? Hell no. Okay, they got to be matching. So again, whether that's BBL or if that's in the gym, I don't care. As long as it looks good, that's all that matters to me. If it looks unnatural, unreal, I don't want it. There's other people who like it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not me. So, Peach walking around on sticks. All right, next question. Married, but something about you is causing this one-sided sexual tension between... Girl, what's up, girl? I'm right here. Tell your man I'll take care of you, okay? Tell him just for science experiments, we'll see if this tension is really real. If it's really real, there's only one way to find out. What if it's just like a lust thing? We need to get that out the way. Like, if it's just a lust thing, if we hook up, you know what? It's a lust thing. Whatever. Go back to your man. But you never know. There could be a connection there. You never know. And there's only one way to find out. We have to experiment these things, and we have to test these things. So tell your man you're going to go do a science project with your boy, and that's all he needs to know. Okay? Next question. I was hooking up with a guy that liked to tie me up with rope in different ways and positions, and he would play with me to his liking and make me wet before even touching me. I stopped seeing him, and I wish I could experience that again. But there is not many men like that know how to use a rope like that. Now, see, I'm a huge fan of restraints. I love to restrain me a woman. Okay, tie her up, blindfold her. I love it. I'm here for it. That's why on my website, naughtyscience.com, you'll see a lot of restraints. Because that shit's hot to me. Am I going to be reviewing some of them? You bet your ass I will be. Okay? And I don't know. I just get really turned on by dominating a girl. That's just me. And guys need to learn that most girls like to get dominated, right? And I'm sure a lot of you sucias in here like to be thrown around, like to be like, hey, like, I don't want to be moved. Do have your way with me. And if you haven't had that experience, you need to stop dealing with these dudes that don't be doing that for you, okay? Because if you've experienced it, you know it's a vibe. You know it's a great time, okay? Because trust me, I've been there, and I love it. Throw me around, Poppy. Yes, sir. Shy ones. Like I said, on my website, I have a bunch, fellas. If you're listening to this, on my website, I have a bunch of restraints. And if you have a girl, I'm pretty sure she's not going to be like, no, I don't want to try that. She'd be like, ooh, you got that for us? Yeah, I'll take it for a spin. Because the worst she can be like, hey, we tried it. I didn't like it. Let's not use it. Or she tries it and you're just like, holy shit, do that every time. Okay? So if you haven't tried it, fellas, give it a try. Get a little restraints, tie her up a little bit, and then have your way with her, and she might be acting a little different afterwards. All right, next question. I'm going to a party with my situationship of 3 years and his best friend. Is it wrong for me to dance with other men and potentially talk to other men while out with them, especially since we are not together? I do date other men, but never in front of him. Not sure of the proper outing etiquette. Hey, girl. If you're in a situationship and he's not making it serious, do your thing. You single. Okay? You single. Go and talk to other guys. Because you need to show him, especially to his face. Especially to his face. I got options, brother. I got options. Okay? Because I would. Like if I was talking to a girl and she was just like, yeah, I don't know. And hey, let's all go out. I'd be talking to other girls. I'd be like, let me show you the options I got. Okay? Watch me not even pull nothing. But no, absolutely go. Like talk to other people. Like if you're in a situationship, you single, girl. He's single too. I guarantee you he's talking to other girls, just not in front of you. So unless he makes it official, do your thing, girl. Dance with his best friend. Okay, just don't do that part. Don't dance with the best friend. I see where you're going, Jasmine. I like it. I approve. But it's going to cause some drama. I'm saying go and show him that there's other options. I'm not saying go and cause an argument. That kind of argument. So I would. But I'm not saying go and like make out with a bunch of different dudes, hook up with another dude. Just go talk to other guys. Maybe if they buy you a drink, kind of lightly touch them. Oh, you know that. All right, next question. Hi, I was wondering how to forget a situation that was all over bad. Here's the context. I was talking to some famous DJ that we effed 2 times without a condom. Thankfully, I did not get pregnant, but I did get emotionally attached, and now his cousin is trying to F. What should I do? Neither of them. Like, run, girl. Run. Because he's probably just like, hey, like, let me get some real quick. Right? He's just there to hook up. He's not there to make you feel better. He's not there to like be with you in any type of way. No, he's just trying to hook up. He's like, my boy got some. I'm gonna try to get some too. He's done with you. Let me get the seconds. No, don't let him do that. Cause then guess what? Like maybe if the DJ dude was just there to hook up and then his cousin hooks up and be like, hey, like, I hooked up right after her. She's like, oh yeah, we passed her around or something like that. So avoid that. Just avoid it. It's not gonna do anything for you. Okay. Because they're just gonna be talking about you. Be like, oh, potentially, oh, we just passed her around. You don't want to be that one. Okay. All right. Next question. Random. Does your family watch your episodes? What do they think? LOL. Not judging at all, but I'm curious. Now, family wise, meaning besides my parents, my brothers and sisters know what I do, and they never say anything. Do they want to hear me talking about this stuff? Probably not. But hey, shit, I do what I do. Do my parents know? I think it was my sister or my brother said that my TikTok had popped up on their feed. I don't know what video it was. They've never really brought it up. They just know I make videos online. I don't know if they know what the videos are about or what the content that we put out. I don't know. So they haven't said anything, so we don't talk about it, I guess. But then other family members, like some aunts and uncles, they do follow me, and I know they speak English, so I know they know what I do. I'm just like, whatever, because like I've told you guys, I don't give a fuck. I talk about what I want to talk about. I'm like, oh, I have to talk a certain way because my family's on here, or people I know are. No, I'm going to talk however I want to talk. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. Friends, family, whoever, if you don't like it, guess what? There's an unfollow button. I'm going to keep talking about whatever I want to talk about. So, but as for like the close family, like I said, parents, they know I make videos. The context behind it, I don't know if they know. And my brothers and sisters know. So, yeah. Because clearly they follow me. I tag them all the time, too. All right, next question. Why do my partner cover his face when I'm down there? He says he doesn't want me to see his face reactions, but why? Is he not enjoying it? LOL. Maybe he saw one of my videos where the girl was like, I smashed and I didn't go back because he would make weird faces every time I would go down. Okay, y'all need to make up your fucking mind. No, I'm just joking. It could be that he is making weird faces because, yes, it does get sensitive down there. And so sometimes instead of you seeing him do like, you know, like making some weird faces, he just like, let me cover it up real quick. So I don't want you to see the faces I'm making because I don't want you to get turned off by it. You know, but I always say, fellas, like, to stop making a weird face, just bite the bottom lip. Okay, bite the bottom lip and then just not like super hard. And then I guarantee you that's gonna look a lot sexier than the weird faces you're gonna make, and she's not gonna feel that type of way. So, because that would just be weird. Imagine she's gonna go down and I'm like, oh. You know, like, that's just weird. I would rather just bite that bottom lip, do some moaning and stuff. Let her know it's feeling good. Eyes are probably rolling back, probably. But like I said, just bite that bottom lip. Bite that bottom lip and just let her do her thing. Let her see you enjoying yourself. Okay? All right, next question. Friend's wife cheated right into their marriage, said she would never do it again. However, everything is a priority but him. Do you think she's still cheating? Probably. Like, what makes you think that she's been cheating all up into their marriage, and now that they're married, she's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna cheat anymore. No, she's just like, now I'm married and cheating. No, so but the guys are the same way. Like, they'll continue to cheat because they want to cheat. They're not happy in the relationship. Maybe they're not getting satisfied in the relationship, so they continue to look for it outside. That right there, like, if you're in that type of situation, you should be like, hey, yo, like, this ain't the type of relationship I'm trying to be in, because, like, what are we doing here? We just cheating, okay? Or if I found out my girl was cheating, I'm out. Okay, hell no, I'm not gonna deal with that. Jason, what's up, bro? The Izzies, what's up, bro? Yo, what's up, bro? How you been? But yes, girl, if she's cheating on me, leave. If you're constantly cheating on your man and you're about to get married, this is just it's gonna end very, very badly. And so why just not separate? Why get married? Why put yourself in that situation? Okay, because you put yourself in the situation and you get married. Now you're cheating and you're married. Nothing good is going to happen with that. I'll tell you that right now. All right, next question. I'm in a friends with benefits for 4.5 months. He spends the night every Friday. I have my son most of the time. We do check-ins throughout the week. He'll talk to me about his job. I've caught feelings. He's younger. I'm still legally married but separated. When he drinks, he gets in his emotions about us. I'm confused. To me, it sounds like you guys are just catching feelings for each other. And like, why don't you guys just try to see like where that goes, right? Instead of just, 4.5 months. But that's what happens sometimes. Like, you think you just want a sneaky link, but then all of a sudden you start catching feelings. So I'm thinking right now is when you have the conversation with this person, be like, what do you want? What are your intentions? Because it kind of sounds like that. Because if you're catching feelings and he's not catching feelings, it just, when it ends, it's going to be worse for you. So I would just figure that out and then go from there, because I wouldn't want to be catching feelings with somebody and the other person is just there to hook up. I would just be like, hey, you know what? Let me just get the fuck out of here now. When I'm fucked up, that's the real me. And sometimes, and that's the thing too, sometimes when they get drunk, that they're telling you how they actually feel too. So it could be that he's catching feelings, but you need to have the conversation with him and just be straight up, be like, yo, are we just effing, or like, are we just like, you want to see where this goes? Like, are you looking for a relationship, or like, what are we doing here? Okay, like, what are we doing? Is that true? Like the whole alcohol thing. Okay, here's the thing. For the most part, it could be true. Drunk people will talk about how they actually feel, because now that like wall is broken down, and so they'll just like talk. But at the same time, here's the thing, because I've seen it before and I've done it before, is that when you get a little lit, you start lying about some shit just because you're trying to get it in. Okay, so because I've lied to some, and just been like, oh girl, I want you, like this and that. I didn't want her. What I wanted was to hook up with her. That's what I wanted. Like, I'll just be 100% honest with you guys. That's why you guys love coming here, because I'm truthful. So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, like they do speak their emotions, right? Because that wall is now down. So it could be, hey, this is how they actually feel. But then there's also, because I've done it and I've seen other people do it, is like when you get lit, you start saying some BS shit just because you're trying to get it in, And so which one is it? I don't know. I don't know the dude. How can you tell? I would say if you've been talking to this person for a while, like dating, going out on dates, talking every day, and he starts talking to you like this when he's lit, then maybe he does mean it that way, right? But if you guys only talk every now and then, and then all of a sudden he got lit out of nowhere and then just like hit you up saying that you're the one for him, like, then okay, that might be more of a, he's just trying to get something real quick, right? So again, it's hard to tell, but I've done both. I've done both. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard to be like, oh yeah, it's for sure this one right here. So next question. As a woman that loves S, how do I know if I'm any good at it? I would just say, like, one, obviously, is the guy finishing? Two, is he continuing? To me, what's good is like a good experience, right? When you're in doggy, are you throwing it back? Or are you just sitting there? If in missionary, what are you doing, right? Are you doing something else to make are you touching yourself? Like, what are you doing, right? It's all about the experience to me. That's what makes it good to me, because everybody has a D, or they got, a cat, or whatever you identify as, right? But for the most part, most of the cats feel the same. But the reason they start feeling different, or it's different, is because there's some girls who like throw it back when you're doing something. They do something freaky when they're doing something. When they ride it, they do it a certain way. When they moan a certain way, they dirty talk a certain way. They just give you a different experience, And same goes with guys. Like, they just give you, like, the way they touch you, the way they throw you around. Like, say you're with a guy, say they have the same size of D. Okay, that has nothing to do with it, right? But one guy is like super timid. He just does like a couple positions and whatever, right? But then there's another guy who just like throws you up against the wall, hand necklace, puts you in the position, doesn't ask you, just like flips you, puts you, and does different stuff like that. The experience is different, and that's what makes it better to me. Like in a girl, is the experience they give you. Because again, I've been with a girl who just lays there. And that shit was the wackest shit ever. Like, I didn't know if she passed out. I didn't know if and then afterwards, it was the best I ever had. Girl, I thought you fell asleep. Right? But then there's girls who like throw it back. They do different things, the way they dirty talk to you. So that's what makes it good. Are you giving that person that type of experience, and are they giving you that type of experience too? Because you guys see, like, I wish my man would throw me around. Clearly, he's not giving you that type of experience. I wish my man would tie me up. Clearly, I got you, girl, though. What's up? Hit me up. For experiments, I got you, girl. Throw you up against the wall. Because what if you don't like it? You can use me as a test dummy to see if you like this stuff or not. If you want to see if you like to be thrown around in the bedroom, I got you, girl. I'll throw you around, okay? I don't ask, hey, let me put you in this position. No, I grab you, put you there, and then let's go. You know? And that's it. Like, if I want to blindfold you, hey, do I have your approval to blindfold you? No. All of a sudden, you can't see. And then all of a sudden, your hands are tied, too. Did I ask? No. So, anyways, if you guys need help, I got you. Next question. My husband made a comment once saying, you moan so loud. He tries to be quiet because we have 2 kids and doesn't want them to hear anything, but still, I thought moaning was a turn on. Is it not, girl? First of all, how much is loud? Okay, I want to be the judge of this. We'll give this a try, and I'll let you know. I'll give you an honest opinion. You know what? Your moaning was a little too loud. You know, your throwing it back action was great, phenomenal. But the moaning, we might want to turn it down 2 decibels. No, that shit is hot. Like, why wouldn't you want to? And I understand you got kids, but guess what? You turn on the TV, put on a movie for them or something like that. You put on a movie, turn it up, put some music on. Then guess what? Like, they won't know. Cause shit, I've been there before. Like, hey, like they got their headphones on. You know what I mean? Like, it's never too loud. But I get it. Again, like, you're trying to be discreet, but I would just say I love moaning. It's a huge turn on for me. And if he doesn't like moaning, he might be broken. And there's never too loud. There's over exaggerating. Okay, that's a problem. Cause I remember like I was with a girl and she over exaggerated, and I'm like, okay, listen here. I know I'm killing it. I can kill it, right? But you're making it seem like I'm completely annihilating whatever's going on here. Like, I'm not there yet. Okay, you need to tone it down a little bit. No, it's because I think she watched one too many these online videos, and because I wasn't even in her at one point, and she was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like, I was like, what is going on here? Like, it was like one of those, like, you touch her and she like goes off. And then you touch her and then she goes off, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? So there's over exaggerating, but there's never too loud. Okay, no, never too loud. Be loud, girl. I love it when a girl's loud. If we get a noise complaint, oh, I've gotten a noise complaint at Airbnb. So be it. You know what I mean? Like, they even put it on my review. It like was overly. They didn't put what I was doing, but they just said I was loud late at night. Y'all know what I was doing. Next question. I already read that one. Oh shit, I already read that one too. My bad. My husband. Oh, what the fuck? How many times did I put it on? Hello, hi, hope all is well. I have a question. If you could keep me anonymous, please. I'm on dating apps, and I've noticed guys will ask what brings you to the dating apps. What are you looking for? Like, immediately they'll ask that I don't get a good vibe, and I also don't have too much skin. Too much skin? If they ask you what brought you to the dating apps, just be like, a husband? I don't know. Like that's literally the dumbest question to ask when you're on a dating app. Or it could also be that they're checking the temperature, meaning like, what are you here for? And maybe they're hoping you're gonna say here for a good time, right? And they're gonna be like, I'm here for a great time too. But to me, that because it's really dumb. You're on a dating app. You're clearly looking there to maybe go on a date inside of it with somebody. But to me, if somebody were to ask that question, I think that would be more of a they're checking the temperature to see if you're just there to hook up, because maybe that's all they're there for, is just there to hook up. And that's why dating apps are difficult because, yeah, there's a bunch of guys like that on there. There's married guys, there's guys in relationships that go on there, and there's single guys that just go on there to hook up with people, right? And they're just looking for the next hookup, next fling. But then at the same time, there's also people on there that are actually looking for something genuine, like a relationship, dating somebody, and things like that. It's hard to tell because they all get mixed in together. It's not like they're separate or anything like that. It's like, oh, I'm just here to hook up. So if you get bad vibes from somebody, just move on. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. I would just keep moving on. Like if I got that, especially that question, because that, like I said, that question gives me real trying to check the temperature vibes. Okay. So next question. I left my baby daddy a few years ago, lied, cheated, and impregnated someone else. I took my kid and ran. I've been working on myself since. It took a toll on me mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Well, I reconnected with a previous ex. Not proud since they're in a relationship, but nothing. Nothing what? But nothing physical. I recently found out my ex-baby daddy passed something to me. I'm so embarrassed and heartbroken. I haven't messed around with anyone because this was my fear. How should I tell my previous ex nothing can come from our reconnection? There's no easy way to tell somebody this. There's no like, hey, like, let me tell you, just be straight up. And especially now that you found out that you caught something from your ex-baby daddy, he was probably out fooling around with somebody else, and you got something from him, and it sucks. But I was also going to say before I read the second one is that you don't be going back to exes. Like, first of all, like, why was it that you went back to an ex? Okay, I've never like dated somebody and then all of a sudden, hey, let me reconnect with an ex, because if it didn't work the first time, it's not going to work again. Okay, I'll just tell you that. Be 100% honest. Okay, let's not go backwards. Okay, that's why when we're in the car, we drive forward. We don't drive backwards. And catching something, now you have to deal with that too, right? So hopefully this makes you a little bit more cautious in the future. It sucks that you're going to have to go through this, and there's no easy way to communicate this with your potential future guy that was your ex. You see how messy it's starting to get? So, I would just say there's no easy way to tell them, but just be straight up. That's the best way. And that just goes with anything too. Like, there's no easy way to like bring up a lot of these topics with your person. You just got to be 100% honest, So next question. Any advice on how to get with your female gym crush? Don't be weird. And first start with small talk. I would always say avoid places like the gym, but I get it. You go to the gym, you see some good looking people, and I get it. The temptation is there. But if you're gonna do it, don't be weird about it. Don't just go up to her and be like, hey, you trying to get lunch? No, go up to them. If they're wearing like a certain gym brand, bring up the conversation or something like that. Have a conversation with them first. Break that ice. Make it feel cool and normal, right? And then eventually be like, hey, like, I'm gonna go do this. Maybe we can go one time. And then be like, oh no, sorry, I got a boyfriend. Oh shit, all right, cool. Just asking, not just straight up, hey, let's go out, right? Because I think that would be the worst way. Because I've gone on dates with girls at the gym, and that's how I've done it. make it least creepy as possible. Because I guarantee you, she's getting a bunch of dudes hitting her up like that. Hey, doesn't you got a fat booty? You know what I mean? Like saying stuff like that. So it's real. It's more of like, hey, just making sure like they know that you're not trying to be a creep, but you're also trying to, you want to ask them out on a date. But it might make things awkward afterwards. So just letting you know now, it might make shit awkward afterwards. That's why I'm saying, like, make it at least awkward as possible, and then maybe ask them. And if they say no, then cool. No is a no. Don't keep trying to force them to do anything. And if they say they have a boyfriend, cool, whatever. Be like, oh, okay, cool. That because shit's happened to me too. Like, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend. I'd be all right, cool. And then come to find, well, she did have a boyfriend, and then that dude just never worked out. He would just, she would go work out, and he would never go. Because at first I thought she was lying, but then I found out she was actually telling the truth. So, why do men choose their mothers over their wives? It's mostly men from Mexico. Do they not know? Now, this one is hard because I get where some of these guys come from. Your mom should be an important person in your life, but your mom shouldn't also be getting in the middle of your relationships. Okay, especially if you're a grown ass man. If you're a grown ass adult, your parents should not be getting in the middle of your guys' relationships. Let's just be honest. You're a grown person. You can take care of yourself. You can make your own decisions. They shouldn't have a judge unless you're doing something like, my mom doesn't say anything about my relationships or anything like that. But I guarantee you, if she knew that, like, say I'm dating somebody and I knew she's been cheating on me and I'm still with her, she would be like, leave that fucking relationship. Like, what are you dumb? That's when she would probably say something. But has she ever been like, I don't like this person and like this is and that? No. My mom's really understanding, and she knows at the end of the day that I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions. And that's how it should be in every relationship. Again, I get it. That's your mom. You want to listen to your mom. But when you ask somebody to be your girlfriend or your wife, guess what? This is your own, like, this is your relationship now. Okay. This should be somebody who's high up there, just like your mom. Because especially if she's your wife, like, you're in a relationship with this person, you're trying to take care of this person, right? And so that's why, like, your parents shouldn't be getting in between. And if they're getting in between your guys' relationship, why? Like, why is it that they keep getting in between the relationship? Because there's some people like that. I would I would put my mom in check if she kept being like, why don't you get with so-and-so? She was such a better, I'd be like, hey, like, none of that, especially in front of her. If you don't like her, cool. Like, I don't need you to be saying this shit in front of her and making her feel like that. Some people, it's because some people are too afraid to check their own mom. Because, especially Hispanic mom, they just be saying, like, my mom said some wild shit, but she's never been that. She'll say whatever's on the. If she don't like you, she gonna tell you why she don't like you. But she's never disrespectful. But I've seen moms who are super disrespectful with somebody, like, say they don't like them because they like the previous ex. Oh, like, you should have stayed with so and so. She was so much better in front of the other girl. I would 100% check my mom on that. I'd be like, hey, like, I'm either not gonna be coming around if you're gonna keep talking like that in front of her. If you don't like her, cool. Just be cordial with her, and then because I wouldn't want whoever I'm with to feel like that, because that's my person. So, fellas, you need to check your mom sometimes. Like, I get it. They brought you into this earth, but sometimes they do step out of line. Okay. They do step out of line, and you need to know when, like, what's your priority, and your partner should be a very top priority too. Okay. Not just somebody who's just like, oh, no, that's my mom. That's my mom. No, the person you're with is a top priority too, and she should feel like it. Because I guarantee you, she wouldn't let her parents talk bad about you like that. Okay. And you wouldn't like it either. All right, next question. I want to date again, but I'm almost 50 and I don't even know where to start. I can't say I even know how to flirt. Girl, there's no right way. There's no right way to start. There's no right way to get back on the dating scene. It's just do it. figure it out, because the dating scene is always changing. It's always different. But the worst thing you can do is not put yourself back out there. Of course, have your boundaries, have your red flags that you're not going to accept, but put yourself out there. Go on dates, accept dates, talk to different guys, see what works for you. Be like, oh, I didn't like this dude because of this. I didn't like this because of that. This is how you're going to figure it out. Not going on dates, you're not going to figure that out. You're just going to think everything is bad. Yeah, of course. The reason a lot of the bad gets, there's a lot more good that happens. But what sticks out is the bad, right? And so that's why we always think that it's bad out here. Because that's all we talk about is like mainly bad experiences here. Rarely do people post or like send questions, be like, I had an amazing date the other day, right? We get them every now and then, like, hey, my guy did this, my guy did that, but for the most part, people send bad experiences, and things like that. And so that's why we tend to think, hey, the dating scene is horrible out here. And that's just because we're getting a bunch of like those stories. You've seen it, like when people post like a video, there's probably like 98% positive comments, and then you'll see like 2 comments be like, oh shit, or the 2%, and they stick out like a sore thumb, right? So don't be afraid to get out there and dating. There's plenty of great guys out there, great experiences. And of course, there's also bad. I'm not saying that you're not going to run into a bad situation either, but you never know. But the worst thing you can do is not try. Okay? All right, next question. My ex never looked at other women when together, but when we got divorced, he went to a topless bar, got tattoos, got a motorcycle, new car. Is he going through a midlife crisis? Was I the problem? I think he's trying to find something to fulfill that void. Going to these bars, or the topless bars, getting tattoos, getting a bike, he's trying to figure out something that's going to help him fill that void, because he's probably going through it, to be 100% honest. He's probably going through it, and he needs something to, he's trying to find something that's going to like stop him from feeling like that. And he's thinking, maybe if I get a bike, I'm going to get girls. Maybe if I go to the topless bar, I'm going to get some girls and like fill this void that I'm feeling right now. Instead of them being like, fuck, let me invest some money into some therapy, into some counseling. They're just like, let me buy this. Let me go here. Let me go do that. And that's the problem us guys make a lot, is that we think that we don't need none of that. And so we try to fill that void with other stuff, material stuff. And that's why sometimes some guys will just go and hook up with somebody, like the next person, because they think that next person is going to fill that void. That's why you guys seen, like, when the guy separates, he goes and like hooks up with a bunch of people's partying, doing all this stuff, and the girl's all sad. But then like a few months down the road, now the guy is starting to feel these things, right? Now the guy is like, oh fuck, like I kind of miss her. Like I was only filling that void because I had distractions. So some guys tend to do that. Or there's also that you didn't let him do shit when you were in a relationship. And so, because maybe like if you guys were in a relationship and he's like, oh, I want to get a tattoo. And you're like, no, don't get a tattoo. Why not? Like, why not compromise with them? Oh, just get it over here. So like, it's not here, like, because when they want to do something, like, let them do it. Like they're bringing it up to you because it's something they want to do. Like, and you shutting it down right away, now they're just like, oh, I can't get tattoos because she don't want me to get tattoos. Oh, I can't do this because she don't want me. Oh, I want to get like a bike, but she doesn't want me to get a bike. And I get it, you're trying to be safe, but maybe if you're more like, hey, let's put you through some classes to make sure everything is safe to be on a bike, and as long as you wear all your protective gear, we can make something work. Instead of just saying, no, you're not getting on a bike, right? And so that's why like some guys also feel, because I've been in a relationship like that where I felt like I couldn't do anything. And then once you're out of the relationship, you'll be like, fuck, I can do whatever I want now. Right? Like, ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and can't do. So again, also take that into consideration. Like, how are you or were you in the relationship? Like, was he like, hey, I want to get a tattoo? And you're like, no tattoos. And he's gonna be like, ah, fuck. Right? Like, low key, he wants a tattoo, but you just told him no. And so now he's out of the relationship. He goes and gets a bunch of tattoos. So that's why I do whatever I want. if it's a problem, like I'll go get tattoos. I'll go, like, if I want to buy something, I go buy it. I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I go and do this? Hey, can I? No. I always tell people too, I'm gonna be tatted from the neck down, all over. And if there's a problem, that's a you problem. I'm gonna do it. I don't care what you say. And people, I'm straight up with people. And then I also talk the way I talk on a first date. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm super like perfect and nah. You're gonna get some dirty humor out of me, like some spicy humor out of me. You're gonna get like me swearing, how I talk. And if it's a problem, we're not meant to be. Cause I've been there where you try to be like all good and like, oh, proper and everything. Nah. Cause then you're just like, this ain't me. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Right? So, all right. But anyways, I've been going for a while. We still got a shit ton of questions. I'm going to start. So next live on Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to keep answering these questions. This video is going to go up on YouTube. It should be up by tomorrow. So if you guys missed the question, definitely go back and listen to it. So I want to thank you guys. NaughtyScience.com. Definitely go check it out. Also, if you guys didn't listen to today's podcast episode, definitely go check it out. Link is in the bio. The 10 reasons why it's bad that your person is vanilla. Okay, so go check it out. I want to thank you guys for joining. You guys are amazing. I have fun doing these live with you guys. It's always a good time. So I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys on Thursday. So make sure you guys join up on Thursday. Tell your Sanchos you're going to come hang out with your boy. So anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay.